Denny's, it's one of those places, admittedly, that I've never been to before until tonight. That's just the fact of the matter. I've never been there. Never been to a Denny's. I've had the urge to go to a Denny's every so often, but I've always dismissed it. Now, up until around 2 years ago, I never had a Denny's really in my area. I lived up in New York, and there just wasn't one nearby. I mean, that's just how it was. That was just the layout of the land, and I would see commercials for it, and I would hear about Denny's, but I've never been to one. And for those of you who don't know what Denny's is, Denny's is a 24-hour, for the most part, chain restaurant that's like a diner. They'll serve a little bit of everything. You can get burgers, you can get sandwiches, you can get breakfast food, you can get drinks, you can get ice cream, coffee, etc. And it's just like a standard little, diner type of restaurant. And they're open 24 hours, and it had always intrigued me. I'd see the commercials for it, but I never even had the chance to get to one first and foremost. Around 2013 or so, that's when my fear started, and I was scared of Denny's for a long time, up until this very day, as a matter of fact. Because, like it or not, there was a fad, very short lived, but around 2012, 2013 or so, you would see all of these videos on YouTube start popping up of all these fights that would happen at Denny's, of all things. Um, and it was a mesmerizing thing, but it kind of scared me of the place. I'd be sitting there watching these videos on YouTube, like the Great Halloween Brawl of 2012, I think it was, where you had people destroying the entire restaurant, and one video after the other, and it seemed like Denny's was this terrible place to be. I mean, it seemed like it was this terrible place to, like a fight club or something. And, as a result, I was always nervous to go there. I remember back in 2015, I was sitting there in the parking lot of one once, and I was kind of thinking, I want to try out Denny's a little bit, but I was nervous. I had that fear, and I was nervous, admittedly, and I think, like many of us at one point or another, we have a fear, and we don't necessarily want to face it at that point in time. And I was that person. I didn't want to risk it. I didn't want to go there. I was worried about all the videos I had seen of all the fights and nefarious activities going on at the good old Denny's, and I was too nervous. Gave that up. Everything changed tonight, last night, a couple hours ago, when I was hungry. I think we all know my schedule at this point. I'm a real night owl. I'm up at night, sleep during the day a lot. And when you wake up in the middle of the night and you're hungry, I mean, how much, is there really a ton of fast food out? Not necessarily. You can make something at home, but sometimes you're sitting there, you're saying, God, I just want a cheeseburger or something, and, you're hungry, and, I mean, what can you get at 3 a.m., really? There's McDonald's, those are all open 24 hours around here, but it's hit or miss. There's some that are good, but there's some that aren't, and sometimes you get sick of eating these little frozen little wafers of meat that they put on their burger, and you want something better than that. Wendy's or Burger King, unfortunately, there aren't any real 24-hour ones. Taco Bell is open late, but not open at 3 a.m., unfortunately. Um, there's Del Taco, they're open 24 hours, and I've been there a few times lately, but when you go there all the time, you sometimes still want to diversify it a little bit and have something. And Steak and Shake, they got burgers too, but again, I've been there a lot lately as well, so that's kind of out of the question too. Thought to myself, well, there's Denny's. So I started researching it a little bit, and I started thinking, well, the odds that something's going to happen are slim to none. I mean, as a matter of fact, there was a Steak and Shake that I frequent late at night, and a couple weeks ago, I think they got killed in the parking lot there. At least they got shot up, and I still find myself going to that place with nothing to fear. So I was thinking about that, and I was thinking, well, I've been to that Steak and Shake. I go there during that exact hour. Nothing's happened to me. As a matter of fact, it was nice and quiet. Nice quiet parking lot. It's fine. So maybe I should give Denny's a try. I mean, I've never even been there before, so maybe I should just give it a go, give it a shot, and, see what it's all about. I could have these thoughts, but until I've actually been there, seen what the establishment is like, and even tried the food, it's just my mind running wild one way or another. I started researching it a little bit. I found out that they had online ordering, and that's when it really changed. I said, online ordering means I can just order it, get it to go. I could go in there, just check the place out, see it. Yeah, it's not bad, or say, and, and call it a day. But I thought to myself, well, online ordering, all right, I'm going to do it. So I ordered a hamburger, a double hamburger with lettuce, tomato, ketchup. Got myself some seasoned fries too, and a chocolate shake. I believe that's what it was, a chocolate shake. So I go over there, 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m. I was surprised. This is the ideal example of when your mind gives you bad thoughts about something. Where you imagine this place. You're going there, and your mind, the way it pictures it, you think that there's going to be, it's going to be filthy, it's going to be crowded, it's going to be like in the movies where, they show the stereotypical seedy bar, where you have people fighting on the floor or something. Oh. I go over there, the place there's no one there, there's just the waitress there at the counter, the cook in the back, and just a police officer reading the newspaper there, and that was it. It's quiet, it's calm, and I go in there, it's fine, I got my food, paid. It cost me around $10 for the burger, which I thought was a little pricey, admittedly, but, maybe I thought, well, maybe it'll be restaurant quality, it'll be fine. And from that, film the sign there, you saw that at the beginning there. I pack it up, head back here. You might be curious, well, what does the burger look like exactly? I mean, what did you get? Well, I had that into consideration. I thought, I'm going to do this. I'm going to film the burger. And filmed it, I did. So now you can sit back, relax, grab yourself some popcorn, a Monster Energy drink, even another burger, and enjoy a nice little interlude of the burger I got from Denny's. Alright, so here's my meal sitting in my lap. I was hungry, so I got a burger and some of their seasoned fries as well. So you can see what the seasoned fries look like. There they are. We will turn this around to showcase the burger. That's what the burger looks like. You can see it right there. Two patties, sesame seed bun. On the burger, just comes with your, they put a lot of ketchup packets there, so I can get that. Comes with the 2 beef patties, which look actually pretty thick. And then it also just comes with your lettuce and tomato. So it's just a basic burger, but that's what I wanted. I wanted like a diner-style, restaurant-quality burger. And that's hard to get at 3 a.m., admittedly. Usually the best thing you got going is just something from McDonald's or, that's about it, usually. Maybe McDonald's, and that's it. So I'm looking forward to trying this, and I might be a little forgiving here, you can say. But this is a cross-section of my burger, and you can see I'm kind of making my way through it. There's some of the ketchup packets I was using for the burger. You can see the ketchup on top there, but wow. This took me off guard, okay? That took me off guard. I mean, if you look at just how thick this burger is, it's like triple patties, right? 1 patty, 2 patty, 3 patties almost. And I got this as a double hamburger, but it's like they gave me a triple almost. So, I mean, just the sheer thickness. I mean, it's the size of, your hand when you got it like that. I mean, you think I take small bites, and imagine me tackling this here. But This has been an unsuspecting turn. Yeah, he knows what's up. But, it's been an unsuspecting turn, all right, and I did not expect it to be that thick. But it's a pleasant surprise, at least. A pleasant surprise. So, we saw it. I saw it. It actually, I mean, to me, now I don't know how you see it. You might have seen that video and you might have thought, that's a disgusting burger. But when I saw it, and when I saw it in person and, smelled the aroma and was able to try it and all of that, it wasn't bad. And that's another thing. The burger itself actually wasn't bad. And what really got me was the portion size, though. I'll admit, that portion size, now that took me off guard. Okay, that took me off. It really did. That took me by surprise. Because I got a double hamburger, and a lot of these places, when you get a double hamburger, it could be anything. I mean, it can be 2 wafer-thin patties. It can be huge, like you saw it there, where that was almost like 3 patties, it looked like, didn't it? Or, it could be like this. But no matter how you look at it, I was pleasantly surprised, number one, by the portion size. When you get actually a nice, big, juicy burger like that, that's usually a good sign of the quality. If they're willing to give you that much food, that's usually a good sign, usually, and not always. Sometimes you can get a ton of food and it's all just trash, but sometimes that is a good sign. But in terms of taste, I will admit, that burger was pretty good. It actually was. They gave you all the ketchup packets you needed. I mean, I counted around 20 that they put in the bag there. So they gave me all the ketchup packets that you needed. The burger itself was, it was juicy. You got a huge portion size. And, the lettuce was crisp. The tomatoes were nice and thick and good, too. And, wow, I thought it was just a good burger. And when I compare it to everything else that I could have gotten at that exact same hour, 3 a.m., it was a pleasant surprise. That's what I have to say about that. It was a pleasant surprise. It's probably the best burger I could have gotten at that hour, and the price, admittedly, $10 for a burger, it's a little pricey. But when you're getting a burger of that size, at least you can say, well, I'm getting what I paid for. I'm getting what I paid for. Maybe it's not something that I can eat every day, and for me at least, in terms of the food portion, absolutely not something I can eat every day. This is going to be my meal, probably. It's going to keep me full for the next day. I was running on an empty stomach by the time I got there. I hadn't eaten for about a day. And this is going to keep me full for a day, too. I can guarantee you that. But it was a good portion size. It tasted good. The price was pretty good, too. And those fries, as a matter of fact, the seasoned fries, they could have been a little warmer, truth be told. But for what it's worth, they were pretty good also. The chocolate shake, very chocolatey. You could taste a lot of the actual syrup that they used in it. Nice thick consistency there. And, it was good. The burger itself was boneless, too. So that's where that stands. And, all in all, it was actually a pretty good meal. I learned a lesson when it came down to Denny's, though. Whatever your images of Denny's might be, whether, like I remember back in the 90s, I would be catching the midnight airing of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and then I'd go after that, hit up the Denny's. Whether you have those fond memories of it, or if all you know of Denny's is watching these fight videos online and you had a negative image conjured up of it, I went there, I tried it out for myself, and you know what? It was better than I anticipated it. It left a positive impression on me, and it's a place I'm going to be coming back to from now on. It really is. It's in the regular rotation now. And I learned a lesson from it all. And it's a saying that I think we all know, but sometimes, you can't judge a book by its cover. When I was thinking about Denny's here, I just had this impression that it was this terrible, terrible place. When I actually go there, what is it? It's totally fine, completely fine, nice, quiet, just fine, and the food was good too. And, come to think of it, it's a good place. It really is. It's got a positive impact on me, Denny's has. And now I remember now, and I know, as a matter of fact, that all those negative images of the fights and the filthy restaurant and the low quality food, I wasn't thinking about Denny's. I was getting that mixed up with Waffle House, because that place, I swear, well, we'll save that for another day, I suppose. But Waffle House, I've got some stories about Waffle House. But even that, some of the waffles can be pretty solid too from there. But just a positive experience. So this is just a random little video. I don't know what you want to call it. If you want to, I really don't know the word for this. Me sitting there talking to the camera, recounting a food experience, a vlog. I don't know what you want to call this, but let me know your thoughts on it. I know the camera work isn't the best. I mean, if you saw the setup here, I have a few lamps that are turned on their side to get the lighting, and I have the camera sitting on a tissue box. But if, I know the camera angle might not be the best, the lighting might be a little mixed up, and we're just testing the waters here. We're testing the waters. I know I might be a little out of frame, might be more room there, room above me, but give me your thoughts on it. I'd like to hear what you thought of this video, just this little miscellaneous talk, and let me know if you'd like to see more of this kind of stuff. I mean, it's fun for me to do, just sit here and kind of chat with you a bit, but let me know your thoughts. I'd be interested in seeing that. That's all that I got for you. More reviews to come. Next food review will be up on Thursday, to the best of my knowledge. Until then, you have a good week, a good midweek, and a pleasant, happy Tuesday. Thank you. This is the Report of the Week, and take care.